November 24th, 1971. A man calling himself Dan Cooper boards Northwest Orient Flight 305, a briefcase by his side and an air of quiet confidence. Mid-flight, he hands a note to a flight attendant. At first, she assumes it's just another businessman trying to flirt until he leans in and whispers, "Miss, you'd better read that. I have a bomb." He calmly lays out his demands: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a flight plan to Mexico. No panic, no unnecessary threats. Just a man in dark sunglasses sipping a bourbon and soda as if hijacking a plane was just another day at the office. Hours later, after securing the ransom and releasing the passengers, he orders the flight crew to take off once more. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, in the dead of night, he makes his move, strapping on a parachute, clutching the money, and stepping into the howling wind. Then, nothing, no body, no parachute, no definitive answers. Just an open case, a pile of theories, and a name that would become legend. D.B. Cooper. But what if he didn't die that night? What if he survived the jump, disappeared, and is still alive today? Welcome to Parallel, a mix of storytelling and thought-provoking what-if scenarios, combining narrative fiction and analysis that includes real-world science, philosophy, and potential real-world implications. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment so that you do not miss out on the next episode. Because, one reality, says T-Boom, is never enough.
Sir, we've reached your requested altitude. Are you sure about this? It's nearly pitch black out there.
Could Cooper have survived the jump? Well, the FBI believed the odds of survival were slim. The jump was reckless. Stormy weather, sub-zero temperatures, and dense forests below. But let's break it down scientifically. Firstly, the parachute. Cooper chose a non-steerable parachute, meaning he had little control over his descent. However, experienced skydivers have survived similar jumps, relying on low visibility and tree cover for a soft landing. Secondly, the landing zone of the Pacific Northwest is massive and rugged. Thousands of miles of dense forest, rivers, and mountains. If Cooper aimed for a remote area, he could have avoided detection completely. And thirdly, survival tactics. If Cooper was ex-military, as many suspect, he may have had survival training, allowing him to navigate the wilderness. He may have buried his parachute, changed clothes, and followed a river to civilization. Could a man disappear in 1971 without a trace? The answer is yes, especially if he planned for it. Let's assume Cooper survived. Where would he have gone? Here are some of the most intriguing theories. Firstly, the military escape plan. Some experts believe Cooper had a pre-arranged extraction. If he was ex-military or CIA, he may have had someone waiting for him, with a car, a cabin, or even an underground network to help him vanish. If so, it would explain why he was so calm during the hijacking, because he knew exactly how he'd get away. Secondly, the Canadian connection. D.B. Cooper's alias was taken from a Belgian comic book hero, Dan Cooper, a character only popular in Canada and Europe at the time. Could he have fled to Canada? There were few border controls in 1971. A man with cash, a fake identity, and a plan easily could have crossed into British Columbia and started a new life. And thirdly, the quiet American life. The most chilling possibility. He never left. What if Cooper settled in a small town, living quietly under a new identity? Maybe he married, had kids, ran a business. Maybe he's still alive, an old man of 92 today in 2025. Maybe he is even watching documentaries about himself, right now, like you are, smiling at the mystery he created. Alongside the theories of what happened to D.B. Cooper, there were also some money clues, as someone found some of the cash. In 1980, a boy named Brian Ingram found $5,800 of Cooper's ransom money buried along the Columbia River. The bills were partially decayed but still intact. The placement raised huge questions. Did Cooper bury it himself? Did it wash ashore? Or did he leave it there as a distraction, making authorities believe he had drowned? If Cooper died in the jump, why wasn't more money found? The fact that only a small portion appeared suggests one thing: he got away with the rest. Who then was the real D.B. Cooper? Over the years, many have claimed to be D.B. Cooper, or to have known him. But a few stand out as legitimate possibilities. Firstly, Robert Rackstraw, ex-military, skydiving experience, and a lot of cryptic hints given in interviews. Secondly, L.D. Cooper, a man whose family believes he disappeared after the hijacking. And thirdly, Walter Reeser, a former paratrooper who allegedly confessed to a friend. But here's the problem. No suspect has ever been definitively proven to be Cooper. If he's still alive, he's done an incredible job keeping his secret. Imagine for a moment, somewhere in a quiet town, there's an old man. Maybe he's your neighbor. Maybe he's someone's grandfather. He sits on his porch sipping coffee, reading about his own legend. No one knows the truth except him. D.B. Cooper didn't just vanish. He became a ghost, a modern myth, a symbol of the ultimate unsolved crime. And maybe that was his plan all along. What do you think? Did D.B. Cooper survive? If so, where is he now? Canada or some small flyover town in the middle of the United States? Or did he die in a reckless parachute jump more than 50 years ago? Let me know your theories in the comments. And if you are D.B. Cooper and you did make it down, send me a message also. Thank you so much for listening in to this episode of Parallel. If you have an idea for a future episode, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel grow its audience. Until the next episode, remember, one reality is never enough.